broadcasters. And yes, that's what I'm going to call you guys, because I can call you whatever I want. Okay, maybe not whatever I want, but whatever. Today I'm going to talk about the worst characters of all time. Yes, the very, very worst characters. And honestly, I don't really have that much to say. Yeah, that's it. So for the first character we need to talk about, I actually made a whole video about him a few months ago, so I'll just give it a replay or something.
These are a few reasons why I don't like Caillou. First is that he always gets what he wants because he's a whiny little brat. Just have a look at this scene right here. He's yelling at Rosie because he's wearing one of his shirts, even though it is small for him and he doesn't wear it. Then of course he starts crying, so his mom has to come in. Just look at this. Isn't this bratty behavior?
Rosie, let's go put on a different t-shirt.
As you can see, Caillou got what he wanted again, and the mom made Rosie change into a different shirt. These are some reasons why I think Caillou is horrible. But anyway, that's all for this little short video. Bye!
Now I get that he's 4. I get that he's going to act out every once in a while. I was the same too. But he does this literally all the time. The shirt that Caillou was wearing didn't even fit him. He doesn't even bring it back to Rosie. He just brings it to his teddy instead. It was the same with the old version of this episode as well. And don't get me started on his parents. They're one of the biggest enablers I've ever seen in cartoon history. His mom doesn't even make him understand that the shirt doesn't fit him anymore. But yeah, Caillou is one of the biggest crybabies of all time. Not gonna lie. What do you think? Oh God, not Ruby. Please, I don't want to talk about her. Can we just skip over? No? Okay. So basically, Ruby is a horrible caretaker of Max. Their parents aren't home for some reason. I guess they're away. And Ruby is supposed to be taking care of him, and she's not doing a very good job at it. She's extremely selfish too. She doesn't want Max to be a vampire. She wants him to be something that complements her, like a prince. He can't even have monstrous features like vampire teeth. Jeez, she looks so angry. What? She also doesn't want Max playing with her friends. Like one time she completely excluded Max when she and Louise were hanging out with Roger one time. She also gaslit Max into believing that every little prince wear red capes and they always have to do what princesses tell them to do. Jeez, how much more annoying can this girl genuinely get? Like what? Also, it's the fact that she always thinks that whatever she says about grandma is correct when in the end, she's always wrong. In the end, Ruby gives up and is like, fine, you can be a vampire, but they still suck. Then we cut to this glorious scene.
Nobody's wearing a scary costume except you, Max.
You might not get as many treats.
So, if you wear a scary, generic Halloween costume, you won't get as many treats? I hate her so much. You see, this is why I love the grandma, because she's always here to save the day by being a vampire. That pretty much goes to show how wrong Ruby was about the grandma. Anyway, I'm done talking about Ruby. I feel like I'm gonna get a seizure the more I talk about that bunny. Anyways, let's move on to someone who's probably worse than Ruby. Honestly, I don't really know what to say about Peter. He's just extremely annoying and he always bothered me even when I was little. Whenever Henry does a bad thing that isn't even that much of a big deal, he's always going to shout, "Mom!" even if she's literally just there. Here is a quick example. So everyone is just casually eating dinner, nothing wrong with it. Henry's being weird for some reason. And then Peter's like, "I'm
eating properly.
Henry's using a straw to drink his soup. He's not allowed to do that, of course. And then Peter's like,
I'm not using a straw.
Henry sneezes for some reason, and then Peter is covered in soup. He shouts out, Mom, and then the mom is like, don't be horrid, Henry. Speaking of the mom and dad, they are some of the worst parents I have ever seen. But if I'm being honest, I can't be bothered to talk about them because I'm just way too lazy. Anyway, there's an honorable mention. DW. Honestly, I don't really know what to say that's sort of unique to what other people have been saying about DW, especially about this scene right here. But all I have to say was she definitely deserved that punch, even though it was kind of unnecessary. Man, I've been working on this video for like 4 days. Anyways, like the video, subscribe. You don't really have to do all of that, but it would mean a lot to me, and the algorithm will recommend me more and introduce me to more broadcasters like you. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.